Hello and welcome to the podcast Love Yourself and Live Your Life, your podcast for personal development, a positive mindset and more consciousness in your life. My name is Jolanthe and I'm so grateful you're joining me to this podcast again. Before we start, I'd like to thank you all so much for all your kind and loving comments that I have received over the past week. I'm so grateful and I can't thank you enough for all your love, for all your support. So thank you very, very, very much to all of you. In today's podcast, I'm going to speak about this wonderful subject, love. Someone has asked me to speak, how can we have a fulfilling relationship? How can we find the perfect partner for ourselves, someone who we can have a fulfilling life with? So I decided to speak about this today because my partner and me, we are having such an amazing, such a fulfilling relationship together that I couldn't ask for any better partner for myself. Before I met him, I used to think there is not such a thing like a perfect relationship. There is not such a thing like having the right partner. There is always some reason to argue. There is always some conflicts, and it's completely normal. However, during all these years, and it's being now 15 years together, I need to say we are having such an harmonious relationship. We hardly ever argue. Yes, we are not always having the same opinion on things, but we do speak about our opinion. Everyone has got the right to say what you think, to share the opinion. There is always respect, there is always support, there is always love, and it's such an amazing relationship, and I wish everyone could have such a loving, caring, fulfilling relationship as we do. So I will be sharing with you from my point of view what is very important, what works, and why I think our relationship works so well. But before I start, I'd like to tell you all these tips, all the advice, all the experience that I have. It's all based on a very healthy relationship. It's based on a relationship where both partners treat each other with respect, with kindness. I'm not speaking about an abusive relationship. I'm not speaking where one partner is abusing the other partner, where a relationship where no one should be in. And because you don't deserve being in a relationship where someone is not treating you well. So many of those tips that I will share with you, they don't apply for these relationships. What is really important that you are aware how valuable you are and how much you deserve to be happy. And if your current partner doesn't give you what you deserve, then this is not the right partner for you, because everyone deserves to be treated well. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect and with love. So be aware of that. If that doesn't sound that this is what you're getting from your relationship, then you have to consider if this is the right partner for you. So before we starting speaking about the right partner, I have observed that many couples, many relationships, many people, when they get out from one relationship, for whatever reason, they very shortly after start having a new partner. And that's my first advice. So if you have been recently in a relationship, don't rush and start a new relationship straight away. Take the time for yourself. Think about the past relationship. How did you feel? What did you like? What did you not like? Get to know yourself a little bit more. What did you learn about the relationship? Just don't rush. Instead, digest the past relationship first. Because what many people tend to do, they may experience fear. They may experience fear of not wanting to be alone, not wanting to be lonely. So they prefer quickly to find a new partner in order to avoid these negative emotions. But without realizing and learning about ourselves and not even being able to forget the past relationship or go through the old relationship, if we rush from one relationship into the other, it's more likely not to be a successful relationship because you are not ready yet and you need to be ready for a new partner. You need to forget the past relationship, what has happened, and learn from it. There is a reason why you are not with your previous partner anymore, and it's so important to take the time for yourself. Before meeting my partner, I have been for a few years single without rushing, wanting, desperately having a new relationship. And to be honest, that was such an amazing time for me because I had the chance for me to get to know who I am. I gave myself so much attention and so much time for myself that I was ready to know who do I want, how would I like my partner to be. And probably that's as well one of the reasons why we were both ready, not rushing from one relationship to the next one. And when you meet a new partner, from the beginning on, be yourself. Show the true you and don't pretend to be someone else. Of course, it's normal that we want to show ourselves from the best side, from the most attractive, from the kindest way we want to impress the person. It's all absolutely normal up to a certain level. Because if you start pretending, showing someone that you are not, sooner or later, your partner will discover. So it's so important to show your real, true face because that's the true you that the person falls in love with. And the new partner will not fall in love with someone who you're not. He will rather fall in love with you, with your true, real you. And there again, if you don't know who you are, then it's so important to get to know who you are. Spend some time with yourself. Ask yourself the question, who am I? What do I want? What is my vision for the life? What makes me happy? What do I not want to have in life? Ask yourself all these questions and get to know who you are. And then once you know who you are, you can even show your true face. What I've also observed very often is that people are expecting their partner to make them happy. People think, if I meet this partner, he will make me happy and everything will be sorted. And after a while we realize, oh, he does not make me happy. But to be honest, it's not the partner's job to make you happy. It is your job. It is your responsibility to give yourself what you need. So if you expect from your partner to give you love, if you're expecting to receive attention, respect, kindness, give it to yourself first. Because when you do this, your partner will give it to you automatically as well, but you will not be expecting it because you will be already happy within yourself as you are giving everything you need yourself. So whatever you give yourself, you're not expecting it from your partner. Imagine your partner will be expecting you to make him or her happy, having all that pressure on you to make your partner happy. And it's not working like that. Your partner can make you smile. Your partner can make you laugh. Your partner can make you have a great time together. But your partner cannot make you happy. This is something that comes from you and it needs to come from you. It needs to come from the inside. So it is your job, it's your responsibility to make yourself happy. And that's something that I think we should really speak about as well with the partner, about this kind of things, about expectations, not expectations. Speak with your partner a lot and have very deep and meaningful conversations. Speak to your partner about your childhood. Speak with your partner about the relationship with your parents, about your dreams, about your future plans, about your fears. And communicate with your partner clearly. Avoid misunderstanding. Because very often it happens that we think we understood something. So if you didn't understand something, or if you think the way you understood it hurt your feelings, again, share and express your feelings, share your sadness, and mention it straight away, because only through communication we can avoid problems, we can avoid issues. And what normally happens if you misunderstand something, and very often this really happens in a conversation, that we just misunderstand, or through our own stories we create a movie in our mind thinking what the other person meant, and out of nothing a huge problem appears. So speak to your partner straight away, instead of carrying that anger, and over time the anger is growing and the next little misunderstanding appears. So communication is so important. Speak with your partner as often as you can, and really deep conversation. We usually speak in the morning, during breakfast, or during lunch or dinner, or even all of them. We speak when we are together in bed. We make plans for the future. We plan, our exciting things that will come up, our holidays. If you want to buy a house together, or whatever you want to do, you want to move, or whatever it is, it brings a lot of excitement. And also speak about your past, the experiences you have already gained together, your first date that brings loads of beautiful memories, the achievements that you both went through, whatever you have done together, whatever you want to do on an everyday basis. Speak about your emotions, about your dreams, about your past. It's so important. And not only speaking is as well very important, to listen to your partner. Active listening, it's such a powerful tool. It's not only to listen, to focus what the partner says, but also to understand what he means. And there we are going back. If you don't understand, make sure you ask questions. And I have recorded a few weeks ago a podcast. And in this podcast, I have been speaking about communication. I think this podcast was called something like the most effective tips to improve and build a better relationship, or something like that. So have a look, and you may find there are some really good tips, a bit of advice as well about communicating with other people. What I also observed in our own relation, we are very grateful, especially me. I am so grateful for my partner. I am so grateful for the time with him. I am so grateful for everything he does for me, all the support I receive. And I am grateful every single day for having him in my life, because very often we forget about how valuable this person is. And very often we don't appreciate the person in our life, what qualities the person has. So I do it every single morning and every single evening when I practice gratitude. I don't take him for granted. I am always grateful for whatever he does for me, whatever we could do together, what qualities he has. And I also I'm telling him so often, thank you so much for being in my life. Thank you for your support. Thank you for this delicious food you cooked today. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for supporting me. And I think it's so important for your partner to know how much appreciated he or she is. And for you as well, because we tend to forget, we tend to lose the focus how amazing our partner really is. And it's something that we need to appreciate. It's so important, gratitude and appreciation. And the same applies to respect. Respect is exactly the same. If you don't respect your partner and your partner does not respect you, it cannot lead to a fulfilling, to a healthy relationship. So respect is so important in every relationship. If we lose respect, and I have observed this with some people, if you lose once a bit of respect, the next day a little bit more, then it's very difficult to gain the respect back and build this up. So ideally, stay in this respectful relationship from the beginning on. You would also appreciate respect from your partner. So give your partner the same. And if you feel your partner is not giving you enough respect, always communicate. As I said earlier, communicate in order to get away from that misunderstanding. And accept your partner as your partner is, because you want to be loved and accepted the way you are. And exactly the same, your partner has the same right. Very often I see that people are complaining, I wish he would be different, I wish she would be different, I wish he could change. We need to understand that people don't change for us. They change themselves if they want. So if you accept your partner just the way it is, you stop the inner fight of wanting to change that person. You put so much energy in there, and people put a lot of energy in there by wanting the partner to be different. But I think it's such a big relief to say, I just accept him or her the way he or she is. And as I said right at the beginning, accepting the person the way the person is important. However, if the person is violent, if the person doesn't treat you with respect, doesn't give you what you deserve, then you need to think twice. So that does not apply accepting whatever the person does to you. What I mean is these little things, accepting the person with little things, like all of us experience. But I don't mean someone violent, someone treating you disrespectful, someone harming you. It's not what I mean. So in this, just to be clear, what I mean is just these little things that happen in every single relationship. And the same applies to forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important because you're doing it for yourself. However, you should not accept everything your partner does to you, because there are some limits. So if your partner is harming you, if your partner is hurting you, is abusing you, that's something that you should not simply accept. It's important to realize that you don't deserve this. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. However, forgiveness is something that you're doing for yourself. And I have recorded a podcast, actually, I think a week or 2 weeks ago, why forgiveness is so important. So if you want, simply listen to it and find out why forgiveness is good for you, because you're not doing it for the other person, you're doing it for yourself. But yes, that's the thing that I mean with forgiveness. It's important to forgive, but as well to put limits if you are being treated badly, not in a way you deserve to be treated. And I believe that most people see in their relationship only themselves. They see what they want, they see what they need, they only focus on what they don't get and what they don't have. And they focus on everything what the partner makes wrong and all the faults the partner has, instead of giving the partner what the partner may need and what the partner may want. It's not all in a relation about getting and receiving and having. For me, a relationship is really sharing and giving and looking after the partner and making sure the partner is happy as well, because that's what a partnership is. It's not all about me. It's as well sharing, giving the attention, giving the love. And most people are in relationships because they want something and not because they want to give something. And imagine both partners always want, and because both are constantly looking and they're constantly trying to receive what they want, but none of them is willing to give what the other one wants, you create a problem. That leads to frustration. That leads to a conflict. So after a while, when both partners want attention, want love, want happiness, want whatever, and they don't get it, they start thinking, I think it doesn't work with this person. I don't really feel loved, and I don't feel appreciated, and I don't feel understood. I just don't see that we have a connection. And that's one of the main reasons why relationships don't last. Because we are expecting something from the other person and we are not willing giving something ourselves. And most people, they don't give themselves what they need. They don't give themselves love. They don't give themselves attention. They don't give themselves praise or respect or whatsoever. Instead, they are expecting it from the partner. They're expecting the partner to give it to them. Get out of this lacking attitude. Get out of the lack. I want, I need, give me this, give me that. Ask, what does your partner need? What fulfills him? What fulfills her? And how can you be the right partner for him or for her? And then you'll create a big magic. So that was the podcast for this week. And yes, my thoughts, my experiences, how I experience my fulfilling relationship. But yes, I think the very first thing is really to get to know who you are, get to know what you want. What is it that you want in your life? And be yourself, be truly yourself. Give yourself whatever you need, whatever you expect from the other person. Give it to yourself first, and many of those problems will be sorted. So I hope this podcast has inspired you, and I hope you can relate to some of those experiences and thoughts I have shared with you. And I really hope that, you can have also such a wonderful, fulfilling, happy relationship as I do, because I know every single person deserves to have someone on their side, to have a wonderful, fulfilling life together. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could leave me a comment and connect with myself. You could leave me a feedback, maybe share your thoughts and inspire me and others as well with your opinion, with your experiences, with your thoughts. That will mean a lot to me. And if you know of anyone who keeps complaining about a partner where it doesn't work very well at the moment, feel free to share this episode to the people you like, the people that may need this, or someone who is single at the moment and always falls into the wrong person. So share that episode with them as well, because I think there is so much value to realize before starting a relationship as well. Okay. And if you don't know yet, I am running now until the end of this month of August. Every single Sunday I'm running a free webinar. You can contact me if you want to find out a little bit more. We are speaking about different subjects every single week. Last week we have been speaking about the power of thoughts, and the week before it was self-love. And there is so much value in there. So if you want to grow in your personal development, feel free to join this group. It's completely free. I will link it in the notes for you to have a look if you want to join. I'll be very happy to meet you there. Otherwise, let's connect on Instagram or Facebook. You find me under Jolanthe Colleague. And yes, I hope to hear from you. It will make me really happy. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast today again. And remember, you are loved, you are amazing, you are just perfect as you are. Take care, all the best to you. Your Jolanthe.